folks, thanks for joining me today. Today's tutorial is going to be a very quick and easy, simple tutorial to do. We're going to make some apple blossoms and I'm really excited about this. It was really easy to do and I hope that you guys have as much fun doing it as I did. So to get started, I used a small oval that was from a mold that I got from the Happy Dotting Company. If you're interested in getting one of your own, there is a link in the description below. She's got a lot of different types of molds, different shapes and sizes, so definitely go and check her out. And what I did was I painted it black. Then I put on a base coat of blue and I sponged it thinking that it would spread it a little bit more, but what it ended up doing is actually lifting the paint. So I went in with more of the sponge and I put in a little bit of white, and then I came back in with my blending brush. So I just wanted to keep that footage because I wanted to show you that not everything is perfect and not everything goes as planned, but you just continue on working with it. So here's another example. I put on the dark blue with my blending brush, and because the paint below was almost dry, it lifted it. So then I ended up with these darker spots instead of a blending kind of look. Um, I abandoned the sponge and I just continued on with my blending brush. And as you can see, I'm now using a lighter color and I'm just blending the colors all together. However, I do bring the sponge back in because it made such a really neat effect when I did it the first time that I wanted to try to replicate that. So that's what I did with the sponge that's coming up. Here we go. And it turned out amazing. I was very happy with it. I just added a little bit of white onto the edge of my sponge, and it's just a makeup sponge that I picked up a bag full of them from the dollar store, and I very lightly tapped it on and left it. So I wasn't blending it completely. I wanted it to be more like maybe marble kind of look or kind of blurry in the background so that the design that we put on the front doesn't get lost and the background actually still stays out. So I did take a still picture of it and I put it on this video so you could take a look at it. It's coming up very shortly and it's just amazing how you can manipulate paint and the way that it dries. It's just beautiful. Here's a look at it. See all the little swishes and different shades. It's just beautiful. So remember too that when the paint dries, it does dry slightly darker. Just be mindful of that as well. And the paint colors that I used in this tutorial are listed in the description below. So please take a look down there for all of the different colors and brand names that I used. But everything's listed below. So now what I'm doing is I'm just adding on some branches on where I'm going to put my apple blossoms, and I'm just randomly, I did draw some on there, but I'm just randomly putting them on, giving them direction, pulling the paint through. Just, be totally random with this. You don't have to be exact, just wherever the paintbrush decides to go. If the branch ends up getting too wide, no problem. Make it like it's the thicker part of the branch and just bring smaller branches off of it. And that's what I did. And you can always cover it up too with your blossoms in the end. You'll see what I'm talking about a little later, but it's just so easy. They're all happy mistakes, as Bob Ross would say. Just continue with it, go with the flow, and don't worry about your positioning or where things are, just as long as you've got some dark branches. I'm using I think it's walnut that I'm using as a dark brown to put in all of the different branches. Let me know that you like this tutorial by giving me the thumbs up, and make sure that you hit that subscribe button. I do post every Friday, so ring that bell as well so you'll get notifications every time I post. And I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers within my first year of posting videos. So I started in February this year. So if I can get 1,000 subscribers by February next year, and it would help me meet my goal. That's my goal, is I want to do that. So definitely share these videos, tell your friends, tell your family. It's just a goal of mine that I set out to do, and with your help, I can reach it. So make sure you subscribe. I'm using my nail stylus to put the apple blossoms on. These are just the petals that I'm doing. I'm using a very light pink, and I'm just making 4 or 5 dots, sort of in a small circle area, just to give the illusion or the petals space to give that look of the flower. I do go in again with a center, which is a darker pink, and you'll see that a little bit later. But I just randomly put these on wherever. I'm not too worried about them touching each other or covering up some of the branches. The only thing I don't want is something to be sort of floating off in space. Like I want it still to be connected, but just random. If you ever look at an apple tree when it's in blossom, they are everywhere. And there's no rhyme or reason. They're not at the tips all the time. They're not in the middle of the branch. They're not near the, like, they're everywhere, all over the tree. So that's what my goal is here, is what I'm trying to do, is just to add them sort of like all over the place and making sure that they have some kind of a connection to the branches themselves. And again, I'm not worried about the size of the dots. I'm not worried about if they touch each other. I just want these pink blossoms to be all over the branches. And then I go in, like I said, with a smaller stylus, and I'm using a darker colored pink, and I'm putting the center in. And I know that in some of the pictures that I looked at for blossoms, for the apple blossoms, they had white on the edges. And I tried to do that, but it didn't quite work out. And I think it's because this rock is so small. So I couldn't quite get the white in there. But you know what? It's okay, because this turned out beautiful and something very quick and easy to do. You've got maybe a little bit of time to get some art creativeness in. This is a good one to do. Very simple, easy to do. And really, I only used like 4 or 5 colors. And you don't have to necessarily have your background or your base color black. You can do it whatever color you want. If you don't want to just outline it in black, put in some gold, put that around. There's so many things that you could do with something like this. You don't even have to have a blue background that the branches are in front of. You can do whatever you want, make it yours. This is just something for me to show you what you can do simple, and still make it look absolutely beautiful. These little rocks are perfect for doing these kinds of cute little quick and easy paintings to do. Um, I like them because they're oval, so you don't have the perfect roundness of them. So you've got to be a little bit more thinking outside of the box, or the circle in this case, um, just to get your design put on there, whatever you want to do. And there's so many things. You don't need to do a painting like this. You can paint it all one color and put just a word on it, like be happy or be kind or peace, love, all of those kinds of things. Maybe there's something you want to give to a family member, like an uncle, or maybe your sister or your brother or an aunt. You could put like best aunt, or favorite sister, or something like that. I've even heard of people painting these rocks and then hiding them out in their community for other people to find, which I think is a brilliant idea. So, whatever you decide to do with them, I just hope that you've had fun in creating these, because that's what I get out of it, is a lot of fun to put these ideas onto some kind of a media form. And in this case, it's a rock. So that's what it's all about, having fun, getting your creativeness onto something, and just enjoying it. All I have left to do on this rock is to give it a resin coat, and then it's done. So there you have it, folks. Life is what you make it, so get creative.